Ready?
I started a recording. You might be wanting to delete this later on.
Okay. Good day, guys. Hope you guys are well. Welcome to the channel. This is the official first episode. So basically what we're going to be focusing on today is a few topics. I'll just give you guys a short intro to the actual channel. So this is, well, as you guys can see, the channel's name is Coffee and Cred. So basically what we'll be doing is speaking on topics which include crypto, affiliate marketing, business, and the likes. So yeah, I'm super excited to get into this. I have the CEO and co-founder of Credz on the line. So
Awesome.
Mr. Patrick, hi there.
Thank you. Hi, Callum. Hi. Thank you for having me here. It's going to be a awesome first episode. We have a couple of topics to cover, and we probably I don't know what's the time format. Have you decided like how long it should be? And so
In terms of time, well, very flexible. I mean, I don't really mind. We could look at perhaps a 10-minute video or a half an hour video. I think let's see what we can do going forward.
yeah,
But yeah, I think for today, what we can do is just cover some topics that I have brought up,
yeah,
and
absolutely.
then yeah, we take it from there, because I mean, obviously the channel would be for educational purposes. So yeah, I think what I'd like to do is actually just get your view on a few things for the intro, seeing as you are the CEO. So maybe I'll just pickle your brain for the first episode,
Yeah,
and
shoot,
then
shoot, man.
awesome, awesome. So as the CEO of the the company called Credz, what would you like this channel to achieve, and what would your focus be, in your opinion, going forward?
That's a good question. I mean, first of all, I want this channel to be independent. Let me be straightforward with that, so to speak, because this channel is not a company channel in that kind
Yeah,
of sense. Um,
absolutely.
we don't want to control any kind of format. Actually, we are very open source and open minded in the company. We like everyone to have their artistic freedom and their freedom to do whatever they want to. If we do not like it,
Absolutely.
we do not participate. That's simple. It's very simple. So I wish the best success for this channel. Um, there is a big need of a common common ground, a relaxed, off the topics discussion channel, kind of like a
Yeah,
morning radio show discussing uh, every topic from the bottom of the heart with honesty and integrity. That's how
yeah,
I see it.
absolutely. Awesome. That is a great answer, man.
Thanks.
Yeah, thank you so much. I am super excited with regards to the channel. So yeah, awesome. Okay, let me get to the second question then. Seeing as this isn't really, I would say this is an interview, but this is more of an informal interview, if I can put it to you that way. So yeah, I'll just be, as mentioned previously, I'll just be asking you a few questions that have come to mind. So what are your personal views on the education, online education, and the future thereof?
That is really a good question, especially in the field of both social media, social marketing, if we may call it like that, or affiliate marketing,
Yeah,
and in cryptocurrency, especially what is crypto, how can we use it on a daily basis, and so on. I think e-learning is actually one of the most wanted service or product out there, because thanks to the pandemic, we need to change our way how to learn. We need to take everything online, and that includes education and the traditional way of learning, so to speak. Normally, you have a teacher who is your guide in a specific topic, but with the internet and all those things around it, with YouTube, Google, metaverse coming up, and so on, you need to be the guide. You need to take control of your learning. You need to be really passionate about, okay, what can I learn today? Because there's so much good stuff out there, and there's so many people who wants to contribute with their knowledge into the digital space. That's why I see e-learning is one of the most wanted commodities in this I would say in the next coming 10 years, because digital content and teaching, so to speak, or learning is the commodity on online, because it's all digital. And if you combine it with crypto, for instance, you have a 100% digital business model in that kind of sense.
I agree with you 100%, man. I mean, at the end of the day, we are still new. I mean, if we look at crypto, for example, we are still very, very new.
Yeah.
So, um, and there's definitely a need, in my personal opinion, and that of many, many others, for education, and not just education, but the right kind of education.
Yeah.
Education that will actually be able to benefit people. I agree with you on that 100%, man. And yeah, look, there are a lot of channels out there that do offer some sort of education. Um, but at the end of the day, it's not necessarily what everybody wants, or also it could be not that user friendly to everybody, if I can put it that way.
Exactly.
So yeah, so no, I agree with you 100%, man. So awesome, thank you for that answer.
It it has to be, as you say, user friendly, but also it has to be technology friendly. We see the shift from old tech, if I may call it so,
Yeah.
like you have old operating systems that doesn't really work properly well with, for instance, like YouTube. You have
True.
smartphones now. You actually, in Africa alone, you have more smartphones than bank accounts. So
Oh yeah.
you need to have
True.
a e-learning platform that is actually adapted for mobile usability. And you need to have a
Absolutely.
payment system, a payment solution to cope with all these transactions that's going to happen with e-learning, because it is instant delivery, it's instant consumable, it's instant purchases. So you need to have, for instance, that's why cryptocurrency is actually a hand in the glove, so to speak. It fits really well because you can instantly pay for your training, your e-learning courses. And if you're an affiliate marketer, you can market a specific e-learning and you can earn cash instantly. It's as I picked up, it's now money basically. So
Yeah, no,
this is
absolutely. That is very, very powerful, man. I agree with that 100%. Yeah.
so it's really important that we as human beings, no matter if it's where I live in Sweden, or you in Africa, for instance, it really doesn't matter where we live, as long as we have the passion and the drive to actually change for the better. That means we are constantly learning, and with our smartphones in hand, we have access to all the knowledge in the world within seconds if we want to. So we need to start using that and utilizing that in the right way and use it as a commodity. Or even you, Callum, I mean, you have probably a certain things you can contribute to the e-learning world where people who in different countries wouldn't even know about those things.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely. And not only myself, I mean, we have so many talented people in the community. and also so many talented people in general out there, that can contribute to this whole
Exactly.
community. Because at the end of the day, this is us, or rather, let me say, the whole world is comprised of so many brilliant people that are not actually recognized on a specific level
Exactly.
because, yeah, because of for argument's sake, censorship or whatever the case may be. However, um, I 100% agree with that, man. I 100% agree with that, and yeah, that's why I'm actually super. Once again, I'll state it. I'm super excited about the channel because I'm actually looking at bringing on some very very talented people that I personally know, and obviously anybody is welcome to actually jump on board and actually contribute, because
Yeah.
that's what we're looking for as well. So yeah, no, absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. Thank you so much for that. I agree with that 100%, man. I
You're
agree
welcome.
with that. All right, so let's get to the fourth topic of discussion, or subtopic, should I say. What are your views on DeFi and the DeFi space in general?
I love it. And the reason I love it is it's actually more. There's a more deeper meaning to this. It's the freedom. It gives each and everyone. We have to understand cryptocurrency not only shakens the fundamentals of finance.
Yeah,
It's changing. It's actually pushing people into the fourth and fifth industrial revolution. We are in a financial evolution, if I may say so. We are
most
ju-
definitely.
we are just in the
Most definitely.
brinks, the startups. We are in the as babies. We're just learning to crawl when it comes to cryptocurrency. We're less than, I think it's a little bit more than 10 years old cryptocurrency. I think it was
Yeah.
15 years old.
Yeah, Bitcoin is 13 years old
Yeah,
as of 2022. Yeah,
yeah.
absolutely.
And I was in the space when we had a commodity called e-gold, which was the predecessor of Bitcoin. It was actually digital currency, virtual currency, backed by gold, so to speak, on a daily basis. And
Oh, wow. All right.
we had so much fun with that because it was freedom. We had a large community coming from all around the world interesting in how to utilize this monetary solution, so to speak, through to digital media. And if you look at DeFi, how far we come with when DeFi, we have smart contracts paying each other of executed tasks. We have, for instance, we have, when we talk about DeFi in general, people start to think, oh, it's staking, it's master nodes, it's peer-to-peer lending, it's pancake swap or sushi swap and so on. But DeFi
Yeah,
actually roots further down the line. It's actually a trustless automatic way for codes to make sure that you have what you say you have and you can get paid what you're asking for in real time. I'm trying to simplify this.
that's a
It's
very that, that's a very, sorry for interrupting. That's a
Yeah.
very interesting perspective that you have, and I tend to agree with you 100% because I mean, um what I like about DeFi is the main reason why I like DeFi is obviously because it's in the name, is it's decentralized, but
Yeah.
um basically what you're doing is you're taking away the whole aspect of one central or a certain number of central entities
Yeah.
controlling something,
Yeah.
and putting in place the whole native aspect to crypto in general, if I can
Yeah.
put it that way,
Yeah.
if this is the right way of me putting it. So most definitely, I find that that perspective that you have very very interesting. So
It
yeah, awesome.
it
No,
is. I mean, 5 years down the road or 10 years down the road, we don't know because technology in DeFi tends to happen very fast, which means 1 week in normal life, it's like 15 minutes in cryptocurrency and DeFi world. So we are evolving in a very rapidly speed, and I'm not even surprised if in a couple of years ahead we have AIs talking to each other, executing trades, executing even buy property when they can analyze if the property market goes down in China. A smart contract immediately goes in and buys property executed as a trustee or a lawyer firm or anything like that, sending the funds to the right broker because they have accepted the right terms. Everything controlled and everything in real time. I think we are pushing it towards that future, so to speak, where we have decentralized finance for real. I mean, what we're experiencing right now is just the beginning. It's just the small scratch on the surface, so to speak, and everyone wants to rush into it. We are seeing people starting exchanges, starting cryptocurrency tokens, starting uh, even heck, we're going to talk about this, but even scams and so on, where people are actually defrauded willingly with false, not false tokens, because it is real tokens, but in false intentions in such way. So we're just seeing the beginning of all this, and that's why it's, especially for us and our company, it's really important that we are on the, let me say this, on the light side of everything, meaning
Yeah.
that we are on the bright side, showing people this is real technology, this is how you can use it, this is what you should watch out for, and so on. And DeFi in itself, I think it's going to change in the nearest future here, because products and services we see, especially you and me, Callum, when we are in this industry, we see a lot of hype when it comes to certain products and services, and we see a lot
Most
of
definitely.
companies coming in and a lot of companies dying out, which is normal market economy. So
No, most definitely, absolutely. Yeah, no, I tend to agree with that 100% because I mean, if we look at for argument's sake, just crypto in general,
yeah,
just getting back to the whole topic of crypto in general. Um, I mean, back in the day when Bitcoin was first introduced, for example, like nobody knew about it. I mean, nerds, if I can put it that way, not to offend anybody, but I mean, they were the only ones, or rather, I would say we were the only ones, because I am a nerd myself. We were the only ones that actually found excitement in it, even though I was look, I'm part of the newer generation, if I can put it that way. So I unfortunately didn't actually have the opportunity to deep dive into it when I was younger. I wish I did. But now that I look back, I realize that yes, I missed an opportunity to become rich by becoming an early adopter, if I can put it that way. However, I'm not too late, and neither is the rest of the world, because, like you mentioned, we have literally just touched the tip of the iceberg.
yeah,
I mean, if you compare crypto, for example, to fiat or to gold, um, we are 13 years. Gold is thousands of years, and fiat is what, probably also about a few hundred years old. So, I mean, at the end of the day, I am super, super, super bullish on crypto because of that mere fact that we are so early in this game. I've actually checked out a chart once. What I think I should do is actually create a whole episode on the timeline of where we're at with crypto so far, because I mean, if you look at the charts of the different commodities, not referring to returns, but just in general, adoption so far. Um, not even I would say about not even 10% of the world is into crypto as of yet,
Yeah.
and that that is a huge advantage to everybody that is currently in crypto.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, if we look at what you said, we were just the tip of the iceberg. We just started this journey. I mean, yeah, gold and fiat currency is several hundreds years old, and in less than 20 years, and let's say in less than 15 years, cryptocurrency shaken up the fundamentals of finance as we know it, in what we can do and what the future comes ahead for us, especially when it comes to trustless economy in that kind of sense. I
Absolutely. Trustless, but still reliable. That's what I
Exactly,
like about it.
transparent and trustless in that kind of sense. And if I go back to the time when I was involved in e-gold, which was, I actually looked it up in Wikipedia. It was 96. This is how old I am. But
Yeah,
when we used this, it was revolutionary for us because we could do a lot of transactions with each other. We were a community around the world who were doing a lot of like web activities, like web hosting and so on, and
yeah,
even mailing lists. The good old days, we had a big mailing list with several hundred thousand emails, and so on, and we could get paid instantly with this ego, this uh, digi- digital gold virtual currency. And for me, that was like, wow, just look at this. I can sit here in I'm currently based in Sweden. I am, and I was at that time. I can sit in Sweden and get paid from my customer who lives in South America within seconds. Why would I need banks?
absolutely.
And
That yeah,
that was backed by gold then, so there was no problem of cashing out and so on, as we have it right now, and especially in Europe, we have a strong legislation against cryptocurrency, which is, I find it good in certain ways. But we have banks right now. As soon as you even breathe crypto in the bank, they kick you out and close your bank accounts instantly because they are so afraid, and they should be. It's with all the rights. They should be afraid. But the thing is, we need to adapt to it because we cannot stop it in no shape or form because it's out there on the internet. Remember, people said, even government officials in Sweden said that internet was just a fly by night thing. It would go over like everything else. And internet is now integrated into our daily life. Tell me one person who could be without their smartphone and internet connection for a week. There's no one in the world, actually. This is how integrated that technology has done in like 2 decades. If we look at digital finance, we're less than 15 years and we are already shaking up the fundamentals of governments. Governments are afraid of cryptocurrency because it puts the power into the people's hands, back into their hands again. So yeah, I,
absolutely.
I can go on forever about this. I just find
That
this
is no,
so
that
interesting.
is no, absolutely, absolutely. Thank you for your input on that. I agree with you 100%, man. Absolutely. Yeah, awesome. Okay, cool. I think let's since we are still on this topic, I do believe that the next subtopic that I will be speaking to you about kind of is in the same line, if I'm not mistaken. So I'll just go ahead and ask it. So what is your views on flash loans?
I think it's wonderful in that kind of sense if you can do it and you time it correctly. I think Flash Loans is a wonderful product and service. It's kind of a bit of techie so far. Um,
Yeah,
you need to understand what you're doing. You need to know your arbitrage if you're doing it flash loan on arbitrage in that kind of sense, or you need to be hooked up to different centralized exchanges to be able to know the pricing. So you need to know what you're doing. There's a big information and knowledge um, um, bubble you need to understand when doing it. But otherwise, I love the product. I have not used it myself yet, so but that might come in a product or two from our company. Who knows?
absolutely, absolutely. Awesome, awesome. Okay, cool. Yeah, no, no. I also find that interesting because I heard that apparently I stand to be corrected, but I did hear that apparently you do need to do, or you do need to have like some knowledge um with regards to coding, or at least some knowledge on smart contracts,
Yeah.
or am I all right? Okay,
What
cool.
what 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 you basically do, for those who don't understand what a flash loan is that if you know a price, let's say a cryptocurrency on one exchange is $1, for instance, and you know on another exchange it's like $2, and then on a third exchange you can take a loan on your collateral. With a smart contract you instantly can loan money, buy the cheap cryptocurrency, sell it on the other exchange for a higher price, make a commission, and repay the loan in its full. It's with interest in seconds. This is in seconds.
That
Everything
that
has to
is
be paid.
powerful.
It is powerful. It's true powerful, but once again, it can be misused in certain ways,
Absolutely. And
and
not only that,
you need to
I
know
I
what to
believe
do.
that there is some, yeah, true, and I believe that there is some risk involved as well.
Yeah, it is. It is.
All right. Okay, cool. I just like to make an official announcement, guys. Whatever we do say is not financial advice. So
Absolutely.
please do not buy or sell or go ahead with anything. This is only strictly for educational purposes. This is Patrick's own personal opinion and mine. And yeah, so yeah, I just thought I'd put that out there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome. So let's go to the fifth, no, sorry, the sixth topic, I believe. What are your views on on Meta and the metaverse?
Oh, that's interesting. That's really interesting. I mean, they come so far. I mean, a couple of years ago, I was involved in a online role-playing game where we actually did everything they're talking about in metaverse right now without all that technology with VR and so on. We did it in, I
Yeah,
think it was called Open World or something. We had people who built their casinos, people who made millions for building virtual casinos, or selling clothes and stuff like that. So, I mean, it's a buzzword right now. It's a big hype, but there is good technology behind it. I actually this morning I saw a Microsoft's launch show, and I also actually saw Nvidia's launch show that they are opening their own verses or metaverses, so to speak. So it is a technology that is coming, combining augmented reality, virtual reality, where you can actually have be in your friend's house without being there. You can conduct businesses without being there, and so on. But still, we're as we said before, we are not even scratching the surface of what we can do with all these verses in that kind of sense. It's going to
absolutely.
take a couple of years before it's ready for the mass market in that kind of sense. I think it's good that we have the big companies driving that technology,
Most
and
definitely.
especially cryptocurrency will actually play a major role in this, a major role. Because
I think
if you are
in your,
virtual, just think about it. If you are virtual
yeah,
and you're going to pay for a designer jacket for your avatar, how are you going to pay? Are you going to do it in US dollars by sending it through the bank saying, hey, I'm going to pay for a virtual jacket $500.
Crypto,
No, it's going
crypto.
to be crypto instantly.
Exactly, exactly. No, I agree with you 100%. Why do you think that they've taken so long, however, to why is it a thing now? Why wasn't it a thing back then? I mean, we've seen. I know. Obviously, that the technology has developed a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, if you compare the technology today to the technology back then, but just maybe just if you can just give me your opinion on why you think that we have only, or rather, why it is only a buzzword today. Um, Instead of back then. Why wasn't it a thing back then? Because I believe it's in the I think it was in the early 2000s or in the late 90s where they actually had um virtual reality games, and
Yeah.
obviously not available to everybody, but it's there. It's not like it's new technology. That's the thing. It's just worked on technology. So in your opinion, perhaps.
I mean, one thing is, of course, the tech. It's ready for the mass market. But
Okay.
one other thing is also the mass market is ready because they are so indoctrinated with social media and hanging around online. I mean,
Absolutely.
take a
And
look
I
at,
think
yeah,
I think the sorry for interrupting. I think the pandemic as also has a huge role to play with regards to that. People feel more inclined to want to interact online as opposed to wanting to go and physically meet. So in a way, it does kind of make sense now that you mention it, with regards to that, actually meeting virtually where you can actually still technically not necessarily see the person's face. I'm sure in the future the technology will actually arise where we will maybe scan our whole body and actually enter virtually into the metaverse looking like yourself, wearing the clothes that you're wearing or whatever
oh
the case
God,
may be.
I'm going to be so beautiful and so slim and tender when I enter the metaverse. No, but I
But
think that one of the reasons is, sorry for interrupting, but if you,
yeah, yeah,
I can just go to me and my family, my future to come wife. I mean, 2 years ago, she wasn't even in front of the computer in that kind of sense. She works as a personal assistant to children with special needs, and two
okay,
years ago they were in the classroom, they were conducting ordinary daily tasks and so on. Today they are in front of their computer talking to each other through Microsoft Teams and so on. So this will, um, as I said, pandemic has changed a bit, but I think the most change is actually thanks to social media and Facebook and so on, because they indoctrinated, they got people addicted to the way of how social media is today.
facts,
That, that is,
facts,
I think that is the major reason. I think it's a smart move from Facebook to take this next step into the verse, into the metaverse in that kind of sense. So
facts.
as you said,
For
VR
business.
was out there in 2000. Open world, when I was in that gaming field, it was already out there. We have thousands of people joining every day on those gaming servers and so on, but it was just gamers. Now it's the mass market. This is how adoption works. First you have the innovators, then you have the early adopters, then you have I think it's the mass market, so then they have the late comers. So I think you and me, Callum, we're kind of like the technical early adopters. We're in there in the tech. We use it on a daily basis. We try to abuse it because by conducting it or correcting it and so on. But the mass
Yeah,
market, I can just go to my fiance. She's a mass market person. She's kind of, oh, they're advertising this. This might be good. I might try it next year. If it were me, I would even try it before it was even market. So
exactly.
or advertising. So I think metaverse is good. It's coming. It would probably take a few years before it roll out to everyone because you need the gear. It's still gear based. It's not like Facebook or WhatsApp or Zoom. You just download an app and poof, you go on your phone.
Yeah.
It's you still need the headgears and stuff. So
Awesome. Awesome. No, that is so true and interesting coming from your perspective. I mean, you being a developer as well. So yeah, I do appreciate your input on that from the
thank
technical side and also just from your side in general. Okay, cool. That has answered my question. Thank you so much.
you.
Um, okay, let's go to a hot topic that I would like to discuss. So
Bring it
yesterday,
on.
awesome. So yesterday, I believe the Twitter page actually replied to somebody with regards to Cardano and ADA or ADA, same thing. So what are your views? Number one, what are your views on Cardano and the tech? Number two, um, do you believe that it is future proof? And number three, with regards to, I did read, if I'm not mistaken, you can correct me, but the Credz platform will actually be doing I don't know if I can say cross chain. Um, I don't think cross chain is the right words, but yeah, maybe just touch on that if you don't mind.
Absolutely. I think it's good that that we discuss it this early on, so to speak, because it's been on our roadmap. For those who don't know, I'm the CEO of Credz, which is a company that provides e-learning and with tools and e-learning in cryptocurrency space. We also have our own token, of course, which is based on the smart chain, Binance Smart Chain. But we are looking at other technologies, because we love smart contracts. We love tech. If the tech can benefit the end user, and especially new end users in a good way, in a good positive way, changing their lives and so on. So if we look at, if I just take Cardano and Oberus as a technology platform, so to speak, if we start there, if we
Sure.
look at what Cardano does for the entire community, and I'm talking about the entire blockchain community and cryptocurrency in its general, it's out there pushing the tech to its rim by scientific data, which means they are testing everything scientifically. They're doing all the tests. They're doing um, the research that is needed. Can this work in this way, and so on? And these guys has been doing this since basically 2015. Actually, one the CEO is one of the founders of Ethereum, which is Charles Hoskins. And I really I embrace their technology because it's so good, and they're taking it slow. When we do our pitching and our presentations to investors and so on, we always call ourselves as a turtle because we move very slow. We have a hard shell. We know our goal. We move very slow, but we reach the goal. And Cardano is the same. Cardano move very slow, but when they produce their tech to people, just take their identification tech, which is basically going to be your ID as a NFT on the blockchain. So no matter what kind of tech you use, you can always verify yourself. That's just one thing they're doing. They're improving solidity and the smart contracts with their own languages, which is Haskell and Plutus, which is enormously good to code in the sense that it's very hands on and very, uh, may I call it like Lego bricks? It's like this piece fits here, and then suddenly you built a smart contract instead of just sitting and uh, coding everything, so to speak. It's very hands on. So and not only that, they are growing very fast, both in numbers and in turnover and value and so on. their tech is growing, the amount of users is growing, the amount of apps coming online, solutions coming online to Cardano. They're validators. We've been a validator for long. The, and a validator is like we are actually validating transactions on their chain. Um, it's it's actually good, solid tech with aim to please and serve the people around the globe.
Yeah.
Doing that
So,
with a scientifically point of view, so to speak, doing everything from a science point of view, not economical and greedy. Like as we see some chains, they're just started to make a few million bucks instantly. A couple of years down the drain, they don't even care about what's happening with the tech. Cardano does,
exactly.
and of course we
Exactly.
have many other good chains also. So, so yeah, we're definitely looking into to hooking us up into their platform because a year ago their tech was not ready for us. Now they're starting to get ready because we want to explore the possibilities with a lot of their tech, like the identifications, like the smart contracts, like the building it in Haskell and Plutus, which I see is the next step, the next generation of from Solidity in Ethereum and so on. And we're also seeing a lot of moves transition from Ethereum dApps to Cardano. And Cardano has virtual machines that you can easily integrate Ethereum dApps into their solutions and so on. So yeah, I think it's a smart move for Creds in that kind of sense to offer not only on Binance Smart Chain, which is centralized chain, but also on ADA and Cardano, which is decentralized, 100% decentralized. So
Aw- Awesome. 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 That sounds very interesting. And I'm very excited to see how we do implement that, and also
absolutely, me too. I
um
mean, this is so fresh. It's
yeah,
like a couple of days old. We're still in the on the drawing board. How are we going to do this in the best way? Can we do a cross chain multi over?
yeah,
Migrate entirely to that chain? How are we going to do it best for the end user? And especially if we're looking at, is this tech going to be used by the mass market? This is our biggest hurdle, is this tech going
yeah,
to be used by the mass market? So
absolutely, absolutely. Because I mean, if you look at it, that's actually why I did ask the question. Because I mean, seeing as we were speaking about mass adoption, mass use, um, so it's actually a good question to ask. Being, is the tech going to be used by the masses? Because that will actually determine if we are going to be future proof going forward as
yeah,
well.
yeah.
So yeah, absolutely. All right, awesome, awesome. Do you have any questions from me, from your side, or anything
Why
like
are you
that you
doing
would like?
this, Callum? Why are you doing this?
Well, my main goal, because I mean, I have, look, I've been in network and affiliate marketing for about just under 5 years now. So if we take that out the picture and we just speak crypto for argument's sake, um, like I actually mentioned in the beginning of this episode, I would actually like to just educate people from a personal perspective. You know, not
Yeah,
like I want to do something different. I don't want to um just be like a channel, like, okay, cool, you subscribe to this channel and you log on. And no, I want people to interact. I want people to come to be to feel almost like this is a safe haven to come onto the show and be like, okay, I'm welcome. I don't know jack shit about crypto, but I'm welcome here.
yeah.
um you know what I mean? So yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I think it sounds good. I mean, it sounds fair. You have a passion for it, and you want to see this thrive and grow. And yeah, I mean, this is the first time you're doing this. I mean, this is actually how you
Absolutely.
contribute to the community. I mean, not only to YouTube per se, but to everyone who's listening to this. You're contributing with your knowledge, and so
And not only my, yeah, I agree with you. Thank you for that. Not, but not only my knowledge. I mean, like I mentioned as well. For argument's sake, you, and also like I mentioned, there's so many bright people out there. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah,
So I want people's input. I want people to basically contribute in a positive light to where we're going. And I want the average Joe to understand what is crypto,
yeah,
what is affiliate marketing, how do I build a business, what can I do, where do I go from here. I want to try and at least assist or get somebody that can assist or try and help, because that's my whole goal. I mean, I've got a
yeah,
very, very good heart, and you can ask anybody that knows me. I've got an extremely good heart. So in terms of, I want to help people, man. I really want to help people. I'm not in it for the money. I'm in it to empower people
yeah.
at the end of the day. So that's why I'm doing this, because as you said, I do have a passion for this. I believe that I am a good teacher, and yeah, so I'm very, very excited about this channel. So yeah, awesome. Thank you so much for your time, Mr. Patrick. I think
You're welcome.
that is all for us.
Yeah,
Yeah, so please guys, I know this is cliche, but please, if you guys do like what you guys hear and you guys would like to support us, please do like and subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and if you guys would like to join the community, you're more than welcome to. I will leave a link in the description. And yeah, you can literally register for free. Registration is completely free. And if you want to support the community, you can by all means do that. We do have educational packages coming online very soon. And yeah, awesome, guys. Thank you so much.
thank you so much. Thank you. Take care. We need a outro, like music. Do 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 do.
Yeah, awesome.
Okay.
I'll, I'll,
Thanks.
I'll, I'll think of something.